Let's go make a cloth book. But first, always remember to share this so it was saved to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. Y'all want to know how to make a book, these cloth books. So I'm going to show you. When you buy the panel, it comes with some instructions, and that's just telling you where your pages are, what page is what. So this is a cute little panel. I don't even know the name of it, or, oh, I got it in Missouri, I think. I'm pretty sure. And I cut it out. But the first thing I'm gonna do is match my page numbers up. I have some cotton batting, and you can use polyester batting, you can use like that crinkle kind of stuff, you can use whatever you want. This is what I'm using. So it tells you right here, 6 and 5 and 7 and 4 go together. So let's find those. 6 and 5, now let's find 7 and 4. Oh, here's 1 and 10. That goes on the back of the cover. Trying to get your pages right is the hardest thing. All right, so we have our piece of cotton batting, and then we have our first page, and we have it laying face up. Then our instructions say that the cover goes on top of that. So we're gonna take our cover and lay it face down, just like this. We're gonna try to line this edge of our book up. Then we're gonna do pages 6 and 5 and 7 and 4. Okay, here's 7 and 4. Let me find 6 and 5. And here's 6 and 5. Cotton, one page pretty side up, second page pretty side down. All right, now the last ones are 9 and 2 and 8 and 3. So let's see, what are you? 8 and 3, and then you are 9 and 2. Okay. Do y'all see how I put them together just like my instructions say? It shows me right here 8 and 3, and then it shows right here in this corner 9 and 2, 6 and 5, 7 and 4. So we put them together. Now we're going to sew all the way around them, except we're going to leave a hole to turn it right side out. So we're going to sew all the way around, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. And we're going to leave a hole so we can remember to turn it. We don't want to sew this hole shut. And I'm going to mark mine. And I just have a pencil here because it's what I have handy. And I'm leaving my mark about, I don't know, looks like 2.5 inches. And I'm going to start sewing here. I'm going to sew all the way around. And when I get back to here, that's going to be my reminder to stop. I'm going to sew all 3 of my pages. It's actually 6 pages, but it's 3 sandwiches that we're sewing together. I got this panel in Missouri, but there are a few on my website that come with the cotton so you can sit, sew, put your book together. Or maybe you've already bought a book panel and you are just too intimidated to do it. Here's your sign. Get your book panel out and sew it. They really are easy. The hardest part is getting your pages together or in the right order. All right, so we've sewn them all. Now what we're gonna do is trim around the edges. You're gonna trim pretty close to where you sewed because all of this batting has to go inside your book, and so we want to make sure that we trim this all the way off. And I'm not a corner clipper normally, and I know y'all yell at me every time because I don't clip my corners, but every time I clip my corners I end up clipping my seams. It is not my best life, but I'm gonna try to clip these corners. But when you clip yours, do not clip it next to your, or no, don't clip your seam, clip it next to your seam, not your seam. Okay, now we've sewn them and we've trimmed them. Let's turn them right side out. We left a hole in every page. Turn them right side out, just like this. But make sure when you turn them that you're putting your fingers in between the 2 pages and not in between the page and the batting, because you want the batting to stay on the inside. So you're gonna push it out between the 2 pages, just like this. You're gonna do that to all 3 sets of pages. After, got my nose itching, all this batting dust. Okay, after you've turned them right side out, then you're gonna take fingers, handy dandy tool, chopstick, whatever it is you want to use, and poke your corners out. Do not use your scissors. Don't do it. It's a terrible idea. You'll be crying because you have a hole in your project. I'll be crying because you didn't listen to me, and then everybody's crying. So let's just don't do that. Push it out, and you're gonna push out your corners on all 3 pages. Seems so weird to say 3 because there's actually 6 pages here, but it's just three parts to your book.
Make sure you push your corners out. When you push them out, it makes the pages look nice and crisp. If you don't push them out, then you have some weird pocket where your fabric is folded in, and it's not cute.
Now, we're going to iron this. Well, let's do it together. This is my ironing situation. Heat resistant pad, wool mat, Aliso iron, all available in my Walmart storefront that's linked in the caption if you're looking for it. So we're gonna iron it, and then we're gonna top stitch all the way around each page, and that's gonna make the pages lay flat. So they make all kinds of stuff you can put in these books. I say all kinds of stuff. Obviously polyester or cotton batting are great, but they make this crinkle, and it's like plastic, and it goes in there, you sew it in, but then when they turn the pages, it crackles, you know. It's pretty neat too. But you can make these, and these books are not hard to make. The hardest part is trying to get all of your pages right.
But I almost think getting your pages wrong is part of the process. Like, how can you do this without getting them wrong? I mean, how would we learn otherwise? Or that's what I tell myself.
Okay, now we're gonna top stitch all the way around, and when we top stitch, it's gonna naturally close up this hole that we left. You want to fold it in nice and pretty and top stitch over that and around each set of books. Now, each set of pages. Now, a top stitch is just a straight stitch sewn a little closer to the edge, but it's nothing fancy. And I like for my top stitching to look like it's almost about to fall off of my project, but you only sew as close as you're comfortable.
When I first started sewing, I didn't do a lot of top stitching because I didn't want to. I was at the end of my project. My project wasn't going to fall apart without it, and I wasn't interested. But I'm here to tell you, top stitching makes all the difference. So take a few minutes and do the top stitch. You'll be glad you did. These only take a few minutes to make, and they make the greatest baby gift, or for you to keep at your house for when you have little people there. And the one on my website is adorable. It's called Created with Love.
So now we've sewn all of our pages, we've turned them, and we've top stitched them. Now we're going to put them in order. Front cover, face down. This is page 2. So I'm looking for a page, this is page 1. So I'm looking for page 2, which is right here. So I'm going to put it face down. So that's page 1, 2, 3. So now I need page 4. It's right there. So I'm going to put it face down. And then I'm going to flip through my book and make sure my pages are right before I sew it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back cover. Okay. I'm going to line my pages up in the center. And then we're going to sew straight down the center of our book. And that's it. It's going to be ready to give. I mean, these books are so easy to do. The hardest part is getting your pages in the right order. And raise your hand if you have sewn them in the wrong order. Yeah. Okay. Straight stitch down the center, back stitching when we start and when we stop, because my grandma said so. That's it. And our book is complete. Look how sweet this is. Ready to gift for the little lovey in your life. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.